Paranormal Study Group this morning. How are you guys doing?
We're doing well.
Doing good, okay. Now something I just realized we haven't discussed at all are the differences in hauntings. Now, you know, I would always think that a ghost is a ghost is a ghost. Is that true?
No, definitely not. There's different types of hauntings. We typically go by, there is the residual haunt.
What's that?
Residual is typically, essentially it's like something gruesome happened somewhere, or, you know, typically see it in places that had war. Any amount of extreme emotion, anger, death.
Is it like that emotion gets recorded? Almost?
Essentially, yes. It's like it records into the ground. You see it in a lot of places that have quartz and limestone.
Why?
Something about the stone is apparently supposed to soak up that imprint, and then over time it can replay itself like a tape recorder.
Weird.
Basically residual, it plays over and over for no apparent reason to us. It can be anything from geothermal temperatures to conditions of, you know, the lunar phases, anything really.
So like what could be replayed over and over again? Voices?
It can be a voice, it can be somebody can see something walking from left to right, and then it keeps walking left to right, but it's never coming back, so something like that.
And they cannot interact with you. It's like, it's not even really anything. Like,
so Jeff and I were at Sioux Falls actually a couple weekends ago, and everything, that place is just lousy with quartz. And there's the actual, is it the falls, is it called the Sioux Falls in the downtown area, Jeff? Is that right? Or I can't remember what that was. It was...
I don't know if it, I think it's Falls Park is where we were.
And it was just tons and tons of quartz everywhere. So that would be like an example of a place that would maybe be recording those kinds of events.
that's correct, yep.
Very interesting. Have you ever been to a location where you've had a residual haunt?
All for you.
Is it, you're hesitant, is it yes or no?
It's hard to differentiate at times.
Because sometimes somebody will say, well, we see somebody walking, you know, they're going left to right, and you can see somebody walking right to left. Well, you don't know. I mean, you don't know if that's, let's put it this way, if you're not there every single day, you don't know what's actually residual. Unless somebody says, you know, I see this every single day at this time and it happens exactly on the dot, you know.
So in order to qualify as residual, it needs to keep happening over and over. Repetitive. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it can happen like once a year on the anniversary of a death, or you know, things like that. But really, like when we go to a place, we're there one night, you know. So we get the evidence. You know, if we get EVPs, if we get any sort of evidence, we don't really know, you know, because if we hear a voice, unless it's responding to something we say, like if I say, hey, what color is that flower? And it says, that flower is yellow. Obviously, it's not residual.
Oh, got it. Okay, because it's interacting with you.
Exactly. But we don't know, you know, based off of typical evidence, if it's a residual or an intelligent.
What other kinds of hauntings are there?
We have an intelligent haunt, which is basically communicates, shows signs of intelligence.
Okay.
Like she said, if you ask it a question and you get a direct answer, like instead of, is there somebody here, and you hear, no, well, okay. Is there somebody here? No, there's nobody here today. You know, that's a direct answer.
How about the EVP you took where you said, say, God bless you,
and you hear God bless you.
Yeah, is that an intelligent
would be considered
haunt?
intelligent.
Okay, all right. What else is there then?
We also have poltergeist. And
Poltergeist, you hear a lot about that.
Poltergeist, typically, they can get a bad rap, and a lot of times it typically can be, but it's basically it's German for noisy spirit, and that's probably the best way to put it. It wants to be known, it moves objects, makes noises, stuff like that.
Now, there's a theory about poltergeist hauntings that it's actually just a person's nervous energy manifesting itself in like knocking stuff off walls, or, you know, that it's actually coming from the person.
That's right.
Is that kind of usually what you guys find?
What it is, you know, a lot of people, you know, it is noisy spirit, so a lot of people are going, oh, it's just a ghost that is throwing stuff around. But typically what it is, you know, if you've ever seen Carrie, you know about the whole mental capabilities of moving things. What it is it's typically found in young girls, teenagers, typically female, actually.
Emotional unrest.
Yep, and they don't even realize they're doing it. Okay. They can manifest actual spirits. They can see people in their homes. They can manifest voices. It's insane. I mean, it's not really proven how it works. It's not really proven that that is what it is.
Okay.
But that's typically, you know, with any poltergeist.
How about when your kid goes to bed and gets pulled into a closet and an evil clown starts laughing at them, and then a tree swallows up your other kid,
No.
and then your
That would just be hilarious.
would that just be the movie? Is that wrong?
That movie
And the
is
little
so
old lady
wrong.
comes and goes, "Go to the left, Caroline, go to the left."
Serious question. Do you find that when you respond to your calls to investigate these things, are hauntings more prevalent in rural areas or urbanized areas?
That's a good question.
That's a very good question. Actually, why don't we answer that when we come back? Because we're running a little late on the break.
Sounds good.
Think about it, and we'll come back more with the Minnesota Paranormal Study Group after this.
Put an end to your silly